Welcome to Healthier, Happier, our summer series. I'm Kiersten.
Yeah, what's up? I'm Carly. We're so excited that you're here, and we are going to help you feel better, connect in your relationships, and enjoy your summer. So we are so pumped because these are super short, little action-packed nuggets that you can take with you. We want to keep these episodes quick because we know you're busy. We're busy, but we also really want to just fill you up with all that we can so that you are living your healthiest and happiest life. And in this episode, we are focused on relationships. We've had a couple episodes already focused on connecting in relationships in different ways, one being significant others, another being kids. Today, we're focusing in on a third and different type of relationship, which is equally fun. Kiersten, any guesses? I ask you every time. I'm asking you again. Any guesses?
Talking about friends.
Yeah.
I just was said I don't wanna the tune that I was just saying that to does not fit with the situation. That's not what I meant, you guys. Not what I meant. But now I can't get that tune out of my head, and I don't feel like it's an appropriate place to go when we're talking about friends.
Everyone's going to hit that little back 10-second button. Like, wait, what did she say? What did she say?
How did she say it? What was it?
How did she say it?
Okay, if you know the song I'm thinking of, not you, Carly.
I know it.
I know you know it. I could tell by the way you responded. If you know it, I wanna hear you sing it.
Mm-hmm.
Or you see if you're on the same wavelength as us.
Yeah, send us a DM on Instagram and let us know. Tell us this on this episode. Hey, that song you guys referenced. Yeah.
Maybe that should have gone with the significant other at least.
Yes. That would be perfect. That one pairs very nicely. Not so much here.
No. So gear shift. Let's make a turn.
Let's swerve. Here we are. We're talking about friendships. And I have to say, we've talked about friendships on longer episodes before, but I'm really excited just thinking about the summer and how, our summer schedule is different. We've talked about that a couple of times already, but some of my favorite memories and favorite just kind of connection points with my closest girlfriends have been in different situations in the summer. There's just something about the sunshine, being outside, sitting on a patio, going for a walk, just connecting in a different way that you're unable to, or I shouldn't say unable to, but it's maybe more difficult during other parts of the year. And so I'm just excited and pumped up to really dive in and talk about how can we connect in our friendships a little bit more intentionally over the course of the summer and how that's going to help you enjoy your relationships and enjoy your summer. So
awesome.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I picture bonfires in the summer, but not other times of month too, which
really
over the years that has been a good connection point, such great conversation around a bonfire. So
it's so true. Well, and see, that's another great, just a point of reference is that we've talked about this too, is that what works for one person or what comes up for one person is so different in every relationship. So every friendship, that I have with each individual person is different, but also between people, what you experience versus what I experience and how we connect best and where we connect best, the memories that we have. I know friends who spend days on the lake and that's their thing. They go with their friends, they have bonfires, they're out on the boat doing the thing, other people at the beach, some people at the ball field, grilling out, sitting on a patio, going for early morning runs. So it's so fun to hear and think about all the different opportunities and ways that we have to connect with our friends and how that's just so different in the summer. So what I really am hoping that we can, just dig into a little bit deeper today is thinking about what are some of those core experiences that you've had. Kiersten just shared one. I was going to ask you, but you shared. So for everybody else, just like hit the pause button, or, just as you're listening, bring to mind, like, what was a recent, and actually it doesn't even have to be recent, but what was a special memory that you have specifically in the summer connecting with friends that just was meaningful to you? Think about where you were, what was happening, what was going on, who was there, what were you doing, what made that time like so refreshing, so unique, so laid back, so spacious. I mean, those are just like words that are coming to mind for me when I think about the summer, right? It's just like open, it's free, there's no time, there's no schedule. There is, because we're still working, but it feels that way, which is a nice feeling, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. And so I want us to think about, how can we create a little bit more of that in our routine, in our rhythm throughout the rest of the summer, right? It would be awesome if every night we could have a bonfire, or every night we could spend the evening on the lake, like just hanging out on the boat, right? Or every day we could wake up super early at the butt crack of dawn. Maybe not great, but go on like a long leisurely stroll with our friends and talk about life and sip on our coffee. We probably are not able to do that all of the time, but my guess is that we do have some space that we can build that in. And so I want us to just, I think, even just remembering like how special those times are and those memories are, and think about, okay, where can I plug some of that in to my calendar, to my schedule over the course of the next couple of weeks? And what is that really going to look like? For me in particular, some of my closest relationships with like my girlfriends, I love to be able to combine things. Like many of y'all, I'm busy. Like I am a busy mom. I have a lot going on. We all do. All of our lives are different. One of my closest friends lives in my neighborhood. And so one of our favorite things to do is to just meet up. We'll text each other like at the start of every week. Hey, I'm going to go walking these couple of days. Like, let's meet up. Let's go for a walk. Let's do it. And so, two great things happen. One, we're both moving, we're both out of the house, and we have great conversation every time that we get out and are able to move. And so it's simple things like that we're able to do a little bit more easily for us in the summer, because the weather's a little bit better here than it is the rest of the year. It's lighter outside longer, so we can afford to go after the kids are in bed. We don't always have to wait. We can't do that in the winter or in the fall.
Yeah.
And so we have a little bit more flexibility. And so I want us to just challenge ourselves to take advantage of that, to not just sit back and wait for things to happen to us. And this is something, even to pull some other conversations into this, like I've talked with some other friends, I've talked with my husband about too. I think sometimes when it comes to friendships, we can wait for somebody else to make kind of the first move. Even a close friend, right? We can just kind of wait for them to reach out, wait for them to text. We'll say, oh, we'll see them whenever we run into them at the ballpark, or we'll see them up at the pool, or we'll see them fill in the blank, right? Mm-hmm. And before we know it, the summer's over and we have missed opportunities to be with the people who mean so much to us. And so I don't want that to be us. I don't want us to get to the end of the summer and say, oh man, like I missed these little opportunities, even if it's 30 minutes or an hour once a week, to be connecting with your people. So I want you to do two things. I want you to go back to, who was that person? What was that experience a couple minutes ago? Bring that back to mind again. Like that experience I said, what was a fun summer experience? Who were you with? What were you doing? Like, how did you feel? Right? Because you felt good. You felt connected to somebody. Was that because of a conversation? Was that because you were vulnerable? Was that because you shared something? Was it because you were active and moving your body? Like, what was happening? Right? What were you doing?
Yeah.
I want you to bring that back to mind. And then I want you to challenge yourself to reach out to somebody and engage with them and create a time in your calendar that you're going to meet up with them. And you don't have to recreate that same experience. You're not going to be able to, right? Like that was a special moment, but aim for being open to and available for a new experience that could have a similar feel or a similar vibe, right? Like we're not aiming to recreate things that have already happened. We're just aiming to open ourselves up to new opportunities, new conversations, connections, experiences with people who matter so much to us. And when we take ownership of that, when we take action and saying, hey, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go for a walk. I want you to come with me. Like, let's go hang out and catch up. Or, hey, I'm going to go work at this coffee shop, on Thursday. Like, let's join. I know you're working remotely too. Let's go work at the coffee shop and get lunch after. Or, something like that. My family's going to the lake next weekend. Can your family come? We'd love to have you.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, figure that thing out. Invite people to come with you. And just be open to the different possibilities of whatever that is. Okay, the last thing I want to say, and then Kiersten, I want to get some thoughts from you because I know we're short on time here, is the other thing is this doesn't have to be, and I've said this every single episode, I think, the goal of this is not to create another thing that you feel like I have to check this off to be like a box or a checklist. It's not. Okay. I'm talking about connecting with people and friends that you have great relationships with. And you know what? If you're in a place in your life where you're just building new friendships, that's great too. Like all of these things can still apply to you. However, maybe you're just stepping out and putting yourself in a place to connect with new people. You're just challenging yourself in that way, right?
Yeah.
So take what you need from this. It's different for everybody. It's not going to look the same. And remember that all of this, the word we've said for every episode when we talk about connecting your relationships is
balance. Balance.
Balance. Yes. We're keeping it balanced. Okay. Keep it simple, keep it balanced, and just stay open to see where life takes you, where your people are.
That's right.
All right.
I love it.
What stands out to you? How do you respond to our challenge, and what are you going to take away before we peace out of here?
Yeah. So I'm taking away, I'm available for. And so we don't have to like control the, like you said, duplicate it necessarily, but that success leaves clues, right? So, and it's interesting what does pop in your head. It came for a reason. And so like I had like 2 memories and 2 moments that popped in my head. The bonfire, like different moments around the bonfire. Actually 3. And then being on the water on a pontoon. Oh, I just feel good. Like my blood pressure and heart rate and everything just comes down and relaxes, even when I say it out loud. And then a memory that is like kind of a tradition, I guess, over the course of my life would be like spending time around, like our family has property and I still call it grandma's house, but it's our family's property. And so playing yard games, playing lawn tennis, which most people don't even know what this is. It's like some kind of weird cross between tennis and racquetball and not racquetball. Anyway, it's super fun, but just like yard games around, on the porch, outside. It's just like so amazing. And our brains are primed for moments, right? And so we can use that to inform building an environment that's more likely to happen, right? It's just like this flow state of your friendships. You can't force flow state, but you can have some other things that you're being available for and opening up the space for.
Yeah.
And kind of, setting aside that yes, this is a priority and it's worth showing up for.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yay! I love it. Let's see your selfies with your friends. Let's get out on the water. Let's enjoy our summer. Summer is not over yet, and you can do something right now.
Yes, you can.